Try to figure out the best. So today we're working outside, and you're gonna need your weights. And if you have bands, you can use bands today as well. So we're gonna start by just standing up, doing our typical warm up. So when I do my head tilts, I like to look down, bring my chin to my chest, roll my shoulders in. When I look up to the sky, try to open up my chest, bring my scapula together, bring my shoulder blades together, bring everything down, roll it all in, roll the shoulders in. Yes.
The sun is cutting off your head, your entire head.
You think that's a bad thing? It was
well,
placed
you
there
know.
strategically.
Yeah, you have no head.
You don't need to look at my face. You don't need to look at my face. You've seen it 100 times already. There you go. Down and back up. Open it. Close it. One more time. Open it up. Oh, and shake it out. All right, let's go to little circles real quick. So we go chin to chest, ear to shoulder, back and around. Think about rooting your fingertips down to the ground too, okay? So we're pulling those shoulders down, and we're not shrugging our shoulders up to our ears. We're letting our traps relax a bit, making the latissimus dorsi fire. So keep rooting those fingertips all the way down to the ground. We'll go around one more time. Let's get some of those snap, crackle, and pops out of our necks. All right, shake it out. All right, let's get those lats. We'll open them up. There's several ways we do them. This is one of the ways. We're gonna reach across with the bottom arm and reach across the opposite way with that top arm. Trying to get that nice stretch through here. We'll go the opposite way. You can move on that breath. Now, if you want a little bit extra for that outside hip, cross that leg over, push that hip out, stand up. I'll cross my right over my left, push that hip out. So you have those choices of how you want to open up that lateral line for yourself. Breathe in, breathe out on that turn. Breathe in as you come up, breathe out as you move. Let's do one more over on this left side for me. Shake them out. We're gonna go to those little rings. So we're gonna ring out our shoulders, rolling that back shoulder over, roll the front hand the opposite way, ring out that towel. Get those shoulders to ring out. Find those endpoints for each of those shoulders. And go the other way. Again, you can move on that breath. Switch it. Get that internal, external rotation of the shoulders. And you're more than welcome to bend at the hip or in the back to get that shoulder roll over just a little bit more. There's no points for being all tall for this. But finish out your rings, shake them out. We're going to hip circles now. So we're gonna push our hip almost a 45 degrees backwards, right? So you're looking for that nice little stretch here. Push it back, straight back. Then we get a stretch in the back of the hammies. I want to poke that hip out that way, about a 45, and let it roll forward and get a stretch of those hip flexors here. I'm gonna go back and around the way I just came. Slow, but deliberate. End up with the hips pointing forward and going back the way I just came. Slow and deliberate, my friends. This is a great park, Grant Park. I can watch soccer field, or I could watch the tennis field, or I guess tennis courts. It's a pretty cool place. All right. Shake it out. We're gonna do a little down dog. But we're gonna do that down dog, that step up, and that rotation all for one, okay? So it's gonna look a bit like this. We're gonna start in that plank position. We'll shoot our hips back in that down dog position. Try to keep our legs straight, push our knees backwards, head goes through the shoulders. As I come into plank, I'm gonna step up, drop my right elbow in by my right ankle, get a little stretch on that hammy. Then I'm gonna rotate, open it up. I'm gonna put my hand back on the ground, step back, push the hips back into that down dog. Get a nice stretch in the back of the calves and the hammies. Back in a plank, I'll step up with the opposite foot. Drop that elbow in. Open that chest up. Hand goes back to the ground, step back, down dog. Step up, drop the elbow in, get that nice little rotation. Hand comes back to the ground. Step back, down dog. Step up, elbow in, open that chest. Hand comes back to the floor. Let's keep going. Down dog. Step it up. Drop the elbow. Open that chest. The hand goes back to the floor. Hips. Step it up. Elbow comes down. Open up that chest. One more time on each side. Down dog. Step it up. Elbow comes in. Rotate. Let's come on back one more time on that opposite side. Hopefully you get feeling a little bit more loose. Elbow in. Get that nice rotation. Hand back to the ground. Let's walk it up nice and tall from there. All right. Stand up nice and tall. Let's go to that Tai Chi twist. So feet are going to pivot. Arms are like ropes. Just let them swing. Wrap around your body. Get that low back nice and warm. After we're done with our twists, we've got 3 exercises. We'll have 2 rounds of those 3 exercises. 1 out of 3 are timed. The rest are not. All right. Finish it up. Shake it out. We're going to move forward from here, guys. Ooh, I forgot. So you're also going to want your hip band. So if you don't have your hip band next to you, grab your hip band. You're going to want your, potentially you could use your bands as well, your longer ones. And you're going to also want to watch your weight, okay? So 3 things for today's workout. We're going to start off with those monster walks and the step out. So look at mine. So you're going to put your bands around the tops of your knees or the bottom of your knee. The bottom of your knees will be more challenging. Okay, the higher the band goes, the more challenging it's going to get. Sorry, the higher it goes, the easier it gets. The lower it goes, the more challenging it gets. So we're going to go for 60 seconds. Because I don't have my hip bands, I've left them in the car. I want to use this band, and we can I can modify it. So from here, right, we're going to start our monster walk. So we're going to start in that athletic position. Okay, feet are outside my hips, knees are over my toes. Sorry, my shins are vertical. You don't want the legs to come in. So we're going to do a little shuffle. We're gonna monster walk forward, trying to break those bands, okay? We'll walk forward, just past your mat, work your way back, okay? We're gonna go in 5, 4, 3, 2, let's go, let's go. Break that band. I'm just holding mine around my feet. So I have a slightly different setup. We're just gonna go back and forward for about 30 seconds here. Take a short break, and we're gonna go lateral steps. Break those bands, take your time. Come back to your camera, make sure those knees are out and nice and vertical. Keep the shins vertical as much as possible. If not, you might have to walk your feet in 1 step or so. Good, one more time forward. One more time back. Hopefully that booty's getting nice and warm. Mine is for sure. Good, I'm gonna rest here. Woo. Then we're gonna go to a little lateral step, okay? We're gonna get that athletic stance again. We're gonna tap just outside our hips. Feet start under the hips. We're gonna finish with our feet outside the hips. So we're gonna go 15 seconds on one side. We're gonna go 15 seconds on the other side. Tap. And even as I tap, I don't want that knee to fall in. I want to stay with those knees nice and vertical as I finish there, right? 3, 2, 1. Let's go to that opposite side. Woo. Shake it out. Break it. Try to break that band. Step. Step. It's going to be nice and challenging for those glutes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's rest there. All right. We're going to go into a single arm chest fly. So we can use the ground, or sorry, we can use the band if you like. So I have mine anchored to a low anchor point. It can be high, it could be medium. It's up to you. I'm going to stay low because I know it's coming up later on today, which will be lateral flies too. So we're going to go single arm chest fly. So I'm going to start my hand facing that anchor point. I want to come across the body and finishing with my hand right through that midline here. Okay. So if I have a band, that's your movement. Now, if you don't have a band, that's okay too. You can go and lay on your back and use your dumbbell or kettlebell. And we can go laying down right here. And we can bring knees up and just doing a nice little flight here. You can also put your feet down, okay? So we're gonna go 10 per side. So it's not a lot, so challenge yourself, okay? So whatever form you choose to do, challenge yourself. 5, 4, 3, 2, let's go. Get 10 good ones. Start wide, bring that hand across that midline, get a good squeeze at the top. And go past that midline just slightly. If you put your hand on your chest, you'll really feel that pec fire, right? 6, 7, 8. If you have a band, you're gonna get the most resistance the further you are away from that anchor point. Good. Get your 10, turn around, go the opposite way. So I'm gonna turn, find my place I have to be, go 10 times. Try to get a little pause at that top position, at that peak position. All right. Hopefully you got your 10. So now we're going to the ground. We're gonna lay on our backs. We're gonna do a little sit up with our hands up in the air. So you can go weighted or non. First round, I'm gonna go not weighted. And we're gonna get 10 to 15 reps, whatever that's gonna be for you. So laying on your backs, Hands up towards the ceiling. Pull yourself up, sit up nice and high. Okay? We're gonna finish in that tall position. Roll yourself down one vertebrae at a time. Pull yourself right back up. Okay? So we're gonna go 3, 2, 1. Let's get it. Slow on that way down. One vertebrae at a time. Pull yourself back up. Sit up nice and tall. Lay back down one vertebrae at a time. Don't let yourself just flop. Nice job, Denise. Good job, everybody. Keep going. Finish out your 10 or 15 reps. I'm gonna come through and check. Nice, Allison. Already started with the weight. Someone's on a whole nother level than us. Get a couple more.
I find it easier with the weight.
What's that?
I find it easier with the weight.
You're just a bad mofo, huh?
Yeah, I
All
just
right,
think
my
weight helps me find my center better.
Okay, we're gonna stand back up. You're gonna go find your hip bands again. So you have one more round of everything. Those 3 exercises. Oh. This is a little burner for you. So feet start underneath those hips with that band on. We're gonna start slowly walking them out just outside the hips. 5, 4, 3, 2. Give us that nice little athletic position. Shins stay vertical. Do a little monster walk. Small. So if I go to the side, you'll see how small those steps are. I always like to think of a penguin. Small, small steps. Get to the top of my mat, whatever you're using, about 6 feet or so. Work it back. Small steps. I'm crossing mine over if you have these at home. The more you cross them over, the more tension you're going to create. Good. 3, 2, 1. Shake it out for a moment. We're going to do those little lateral steps. Woo. Let's cool that thing down. 3. Feet start under the hips. 2, 1. Pick a side you want to step out to. Break that band. Finish with those shins vertical. Break it. Break it. If the knees are ending out like this, maybe we're thinking about leading with that knee, right? Keeping this one vertical, leading with this one, right? Tap and go. Tap and go for 3, 2, 1. Shake it out real quick. Let's go to that opposite side. Feet start under the hips. 3, 2, 1. We're going to step out this side. Break it. Break it. Take a look at your monitor. Take a look at your camera. Look at yourself. See what your form looks like. Tap and go. Keep this one nice and stable like a pillar. 3, 2, 1. All right. All done with that hip band for the day. All right. Let's find your weight and or your band, whatever you have. 10 flies, 10 chest flies, my friends. 5, 4, 3, 2. Get your nice little base. Bring that hand up and across your chest. Get a good squeeze. Find that peak contraction. Let it come back and right back. You put that hand on that chest if you want. And feel that muscle fire. Get your 10th one. Get a good squeeze of that top position. Hold it there for a second. Then flip to the opposite side. All right. Back on our backs. Let's get our last 10 to 15 little sit-ups. Here we go. Sitting down in 5, 4, 3, 2, and up. We're gonna sit up nice and tall. Hold ourselves back down one vertebrae at a time. I'm gonna switch about midway. All right. Nice job, Denise. All right. Now, if you're all done, if you used a weight, write it down for your chest presses, for your alternating, or for your sit-ups. Write those numbers down so we don't lose track of them. I'll give you a moment to do that. So this next round, we have 3 exercises again. They're all timed for 1 minute each. The first one's gonna be a snatch. Okay.
You only did that twice. Is that right?
That first one is only done twice. The ones we just did is twice, correct. So this next one we do is 3 times, okay? And show. The first one is, I'll turn it again so the sun doesn't mess it up. All right. So we're gonna alternate the snatch. Or we can do a high pull, just depending on how comfortable you are with that movement. Because I have a kettlebell, I'm gonna sit on the ground every single time. Okay, so I'm gonna start in that little squat position, rip it off the ground, finish that tall position here, bicep by that ear, ribs stacked over that pelvis, bring it back to the shoulder, bring it back down, switch my hands to the bottom, rip it off the ground, finish up nice and tall, back to the shoulder, back to the ground, okay? So if you're not comfortable with the snatch position, we can always do that high pull. Think about that lawnmower starting, right? That little lawnmower start, one way or the other, okay? So alternate it. We're gonna go for 1 full minute. We'll do a single leg deadlift after that. Okay, so we'll balance on your left foot, putting the weight in your right hand, keeping that nice little long spine. And we're gonna go 30 seconds per side. And then we'll finish off with a high plank. So we're gonna go up on our hands in that plank position, push-up position, and we're gonna bring a knee in, tap that elbow, bring the knee into the opposite one. Look at that knee as it comes up, right? So those will be your 3 movements. All right. Hopefully you guys are all set. Thumbs up if you're ready. Thumbs up or thumbs down if you're not. Perfect. All right. So we're gonna get going. Those alternating high pulls or snatches in 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's do it. Jump that weight up. Bring it back down to that shoulder. Set it back down. Pop it. Bring it back down. Posture up at that bottom. Keep that core tight. Jump it up. Finish that bicep by that ear. About halfway through it. it up, my friends. Almost there. Less than 10 seconds. Think about finishing on the side you didn't start with. All right. Take a little breather. We're gonna go single leg deadlift. Trade it at 30 seconds. So pick whatever leg you want to start on. Try to be nice and long through that spine. Then in 30 seconds, we'll switch it out. All right. Here we go. I got this in my right hand, balancing on my left leg. Think about just hinging at the hip. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Hinge. Reach with that back leg. Let that head drop with that spine. Keeping those ribs stacked over those hips the whole time. Wait for that nice stretch. Back of that hammy. Woo. 3, 2, 1. Let's switch it up. Left hand, right foot. Finish out your last one. All right. Let's set your weight down. Then you go to that plank position. High plank, so on your hands. We're gonna look at that knee as it comes up. 5, 4, 3, 2. Knees up off the ground. We're always gonna return back to the same position. Try to keep those hips tucked. We're gonna look at that knee as it comes up. Tap that elbow, bring it back. Get a good squeeze in the abs, bring it back. So even as I bring those knees up, I'm trying to pull my hands down towards my opposite toe, or the toe that is standing. Keeping those legs nice and straight. That one that's planted, keeping it nice and straight. Now, if it starts to bother your wrists, you can always go to your forearms if you want. All right. Asks a bit more out of your hip flexibility, but you can still do it to save the wrists. If you don't like that version, you can go to your fists. Keep your wrists straight. Keep it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and let's rest. All right. One round done. We're gonna go 2 more rounds. 2 more rounds. Give yourself about another 30 seconds. And Adam, if I'm butchering anything, holler, man, holler. Big breath in, my friends. We've got about 10 more seconds before we roll. So get your weight set up for that alternating snatch or high pull. Okay? Get your weight, get a challenging weight, because the legs do most of that work. The arms just finish it and just assist in finishing into that position that we're in. So we're gonna go in 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's do it. Alternate it. Posture up. Rip that thing up from that ground. Posture up, course tight. You need a side view this time, my friends. Turn sideways. You want that thing traveling nice and close to that body as much as possible. I'm gonna take a look. Good. Excellent, Denise. Very nice. Way to make those legs do all that work to get up there. Should shoot up nice and quickly. Yes, good. Excellent, Brenna. At that top position for all of you guys, make sure we're keeping those ribs stacked over those hips, so we're not getting too much of that anterior tilt and put too much pressure on that low back, right? Keep it up. I have to check myself as well. Alex, can you turn sideways for us? There you go. Keep it up. You guys have about 5 more seconds. Beautiful. Make those legs do that work. And rest after you hit that last side, the side that you didn't start with. All right. Small break, about 15 seconds. We're gonna go that single leg deadlift. Get your breath back. Pick a leg you want to choose. Opposite arm, opposite leg. So put that weight in your right hand, balance on your left foot. 5, 4, 3. I'm gonna sit and watch for a couple moments. And let's go. Nice and long through that spine. Good work, Allison. Nice and long. Good job letting your head drop with your torso. That's it. Good, Denise. Nice and tall at the top. Reach with your chest. It's not so much about trying to touch your hand to the ground with the weight. Reach with that chest. You'll feel a stretch in the back of that hammy. Last thing I'll tell you guys, just to keep jabbering, is to keep your hips closed, right? We're not trying to open the hips up. We're trying to keep them squared up that whole time. Keep them squared up with that floor. Switch legs. Switch legs in 3, 2, 1. Let's go on that opposite side. Good job. Adam and Brenna, well done. Good job. You're just searching for that little stretch in the back of that hammy. Good. About 10 more seconds. Almost there. 3, 2, and let's rest. Nice. All right, we're going to that plank position. This whole round, I'm just watching, and I'll go again the final round. So tilt your cameras. Make sure we can see you. We're gonna go in 5, 4, 3, 2. Find what plank position suits you best. We're gonna get going. Go. There you go. 1 full minute. Take a look at that knee as it comes up. Get a good squeeze. Pause up top for a moment. Pause, get a good squeeze. Feel those abs fire. Pull your hands towards that foot that's planted on the ground. You're going to get more out of that movement instead of just bringing the hip up and out, right? Nice job, everybody. Look at that. And look, the planks don't even change. Everything looks flat as if nothing moved. Torso looks fantastic. Nice. Well done. Keep it up. I'm going to go the last 20 seconds with you guys. And look at that knee as it comes up. Pull the hands. Drive that knee in. Get a good squeeze. Make it challenging. And if you get tired and you have to rest, that's all right. Rest as needed. Finish out the side you didn't start with. And then rest. Excellent. Shake it out. We're going to take about 30 seconds or so. Then we're going to go that one more time. Alternating snatch and or high pull. Big breath in. Big breath out. Yeah. If you need after all those planks, that high plank, if you need to stretch out those wrists, you put them on the ground, fingertips face away, roll forward and sit back. Open up those arms, shake them out. Do what you need to get those wrists ready. If not, go to the forearms. Here we go. 5, 4, let's find it. 3. Last round with that. 2. Let's go. Pop it. Bring it down nice and easy. Set yourself up. Not going to talk a lot on this one. You guys have great form. Good. Finish up on the side you didn't start with. All right. Back to that single leg deadlift. Choose a side. Any side. I'm gonna start my weaker bounce. So I'm gonna go left hand. Weight. Bounce on that right foot. 3, 2, 1. Find that balance. Come on down. Now, the balance for the sole purpose of this whole thing, I'd say just take your time. We're trying to make it more hamstring, at least I am today. So if you want, you put a little kickstand down, right behind, put that toe down, just behind that heel. Same movement takes away that whole balancing issue. Use the wall if you want to, whatever works best. Then we're gonna finish up one more and switch. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Keep that weight nice and close to your body. Pull it towards you so that flat on this side fires. Keep pulling it to you, keeping it close to that body. Finish up the one and done. All right. Done with that. Here we go. Plank position. Breath in, breath out. Go Spider-Man in 5, 4, 3. Hands down. Let's do it. I'll go into my fists. Pull. Squeeze. Alternating. Good squeeze. Hope you can feel those abs fire. Just bring it a little bit harder. Does that have to go fast? Change your position if you need to, if your wrists are killing you, with your forearms. Almost there. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and rest. All right. Little breather. Woo. All right. You guys get water. You get your coffee. You get your juice. Get your juice box. I'll go over the next 3 movements. Okay. So we're going to go alternating press with the reverse lunge. I have one weight, so I'll show you what I'm going to do. So while you break, take a look. I'm going to clean it. Every time in that bottom position, I'm going to step back and I'm going to press it. That's going to be my version because I have one, right? I'm going to set it down every single time, clean it, rack it, step back, stand up, press. So that's going to be mine. If you have 2, you can always leave it in that rack position, okay? Alternate the press, step back. Alternate the press, step back. So you have choices of what you guys have at your disposal, okay? So we'll roll through that. That'll be the first one. Adam, you might want to chime in a second on what's a lateral leap. Lateral leaps, I'm going to guess, look a bit like this. Oh, I don't know. You tell me, brother.
Yeah.
Chime in.
Yep,
Help me out.
that, but the quick version. the
Sorry,
quick version of it.
Good. Show me one more time.
I'm in my kitchen.
Oh, it's all right. Show it off in the kitchen.
Wait,
It's like the
wait.
cooking chef.
All right, this thing's gonna slide on me, but it's just the fast version, right? Going side to side.
Okay. Easy peasy.
Fingers, yeah.
So then after that, we'll go banded. You got your handle. You got your you can either step on it, and we can either go lateral raise. So I'm gonna step on the opposite foot. We can bring that hand up and out 10 times to the side, and we go 10 to the front. Okay, it's gonna be up to, if you have dumbbells that are light enough water bottles, if you don't have a band, you can use water bottles or anything else there. All right. So we're gonna move consecutively, and I got to keep track of this time thing. So let's do it in 5, 4, 3, 2. We're gonna go for a full minute. I'm gonna clean it. Step back. So it's my right hand. I'll step back to that right foot. Step it down. Boom, put it back. I'm gonna clean it. Step back. Oops, I forgot my overhead press. Gotta keep me positive on that. Gotta keep me honest on it. Step back at the top. I'm gonna press. Press. Adam's going on another level, and he's cleaning it, pressing it, keeping his arm up, and then he's stepping back. Now, if your weight's too heavy, you may or may not be able to do that. Mine's not too heavy, so I'm gonna do it. About 15 seconds left. Keeping that arm up overhead, just gonna make that shoulder work a bit more. Finish on that side you didn't start with, and rest. We're gonna work on your lateral motions, how we just did those band steps, right? Now we're just gonna leave the ground. So, you're going for 45 seconds, hop, catch, hop. Just working hop, hop. Ready? 3, 2, 1, let's do it. Let's go. Catch it, drive it. It's like a little skater. If you don't want to jump, you just do a big step. Take that foot off that ground for a moment. You need to work on just being on that one foot for that 1 second. Don't be scared of just on a single foot for that moment. Work it. 3, 2, 1. All right. Go find your band. We've got lateral raise, 10 to one side. If you got 2 bands, even better. We're gonna go 10 lateral. Now, if you have a long band, mine's not long, you can go 10 this way too, right? And we can knock them out even quicker. My band is short, I'm gonna kneel down. Now when you go forward, thumbs up. If your band's long enough, you can probably just stand up too. There's my 10th one. All right. Finish out where you're at. We're gonna go that alternating press and that reverse lunge. 5, 4, 3. We got 1 minute of this. There we go. Almost there. Then you get 1 more on each side, my friends. I'm gonna finish on my opposite side. We're gonna roll right into those leaps. All right, set your weight down. 3, 2, 1. There you go. Hop, hop, hop. There you go. Work on catching that balance. Get little skaters. Little speed skater. Three, 2, 1. Shake it out some. All right. What's next? Grab your bands. 10 and 10. Let's go double trouble. Let's go out to the sides. Make sure they're even. That's the hard part. If they're not, arms aren't completely straight, that's okay. Good squeeze to the top. Now bands are funny that way. You can make them heavier by just stepping on it about 1 inch. Whew, shake them out. We're gonna go forward. There's my 10th one. All right. Finish out your 10th one. If you're done, you get a longer break. You're gonna wait for everybody else. If you're feeling it, let's get right into it. Since we're live, I'm gonna wait for the last person. As soon as you're done, set those weights down. We're gonna go that overhead press in that lunge. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Last time. Clean it. Press it. Lunge it. Bring it back down. Oops. I always want to snatch it at that point. Almost there, guys. You're gonna finish on the side you didn't start with. All right. Here we go. Leaps. Last time with the leaps. In 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's do it. Catch it. Jump it. You're feeling good. Do a bigger jump. Try to jump out of the camera. Big jump. Catch it. Work on that lateral explosion if you want to go up. Try to jump high. You can change it however you want to do it. You're feeling good. Just in that little spot here. Keep it there. You have 15 seconds. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2. Woo. Good work. Awesome. Get your breath back. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. I'm gonna come on down to the ground. My booty's on fire right now, so I'm gonna stretch out my arse. I'm going to pigeon right away. You can stretch what you like, but I'm going to pigeon. Tucking that leg in, bringing my chest down, get a nice little stretch. work on breathing in through my nose, breathing out through my mouth. It's like blowing out birthday candles.
I see you, Allison. We skipped the shoulders, Pete.
What's up, buddy?
We skipped the shoulders.
Oh, shit. Well, I hope you're getting them. I'm not supposed to cuss on there. All right, here we go. Shoulders. Get your shoulders in. Apparently, I was done. There, get your last 10. Apologies. Now, if you start feeling a little slack at the bottom and there's not much going on, try not to go down quite as low. Okay. Get that 10th one in there. Then we're going to go forward. Whew. All right. Now, I'm ready to stretch. Now I'm ready to stretch out my shoulders. But so stay standing. Let's cross an arm over our chest. Hold it in with the opposite arm. Good. Switch. Good. Switch it one more time. We'll go twice on each side. Good. Switch. All right. Now let's go to our ground. Let's go to that pigeon position again. Let's pull it in. Get a nice stretch. Now sometimes if I pull my heel just a little bit further away from my body, I get more in my glutes. Everyone's slightly different. Find what works better for you. Adam, thanks for keeping me honest. Good. Come on up. Let's go to the opposite side. Let's come on up from there. Let's go to that lunge position. Keep those hips tucked. Big step front. Push that hip forward. See if you get that nice stretch in that hip flexor here. Keep that torso up nice and tall. It's that muscle is hooked up onto the vertebrae. Not getting a good stretch here yet. Bring that arm up and back. Good, let's switch it. And keep my hips tucked. Push that hip far forward as I can. If I'm still not getting the stretch that I want, I'm going to reach up and reach back. Good. Now from there, I'm going to stay in this tall kneeling position. I'm going to extend my leg out to the side. I'll put my hands on the ground. I'm just going to kind of come down, keep my foot flat. I'm going to try to push that hip, rotate it, so I get a nice stretch in that groin. So just putting that leg out to the side. You can sit back, your bottom towards your heel. And see if that gives you a good little stretch in that groin area here. Good, let's bring that leg back in. Let's go the other way. So leg goes straight out to the side. Keep that foot flat on the ground if you can. If you want to keep your foot up, everyone's slightly different. You can change it. Now sit back towards that heel and turn that hip in. Find a nice little stretch. All right, last one we're gonna do, laying on our backs for our low backs. We're just gonna lay out, arms out, hips up and over, keeping that bottom leg straight. Before stretching your low back and or your hips. Let's go to the other side. Thank you. All right, my friends. All done. Dunskies. Thanks, guys, for joining. Hopefully you get to play
That was a good
outside
one.
today.
Nice work, Pete. Nice work, everybody.
So good, I forgot to do his shoulders. Like, I had enough. I'm good.
I'll never skip a low weight exercise, so that's why I remember.
Oh, nice.